Welcome to the M Kitchen. I'm Pete, Morrisons chef, and let me show you a twist on a risotto by making them into individual cakes. Together we're going to make a lovely mushroom and mozzarella risotto cake, great as a starter or for a midweek dinner. So let's crack on. In a large pan over a medium heat, I'm going to cook the diced onions and the mushrooms in a little bit of the oil. Just want to cook it just until they just soften. Just give them a little stir just to make sure they don't catch. Should really start to get that real earthy note off the mushrooms now. And now we're going to add the garlic and cook for another 30 seconds. Right, now we're really going to crank the heat up. Add the rice and mix it in the oil just to coat it. It should really start to sing now, and you'll get to squeak in that pan. Now I've got that squeak, in goes the white wine. You're just going to cook that until it's all absorbed. So I'm going to turn the heat down and start to add the warm stock to the rice, ladle at a time. Make sure you stir it and let the rice absorb most of the liquid before adding another ladleful. Just keep doing this until all your stock's absorbed. Now I'm going to remove it from the heat. Just going to sprinkle and stir in the thyme. Give it a twist of black pepper. Just letting it stand for about 5 minutes, just to let the flavour of the thyme really develop. At this point you should keep stirring and adding the stock just until the rice is al dente. It should just have a little bit of a bite to it, that nutty shell. The risotto needs to be firm. You should almost be able to stand the spoon up in it. Our risotto's had 5 minutes now, just to cool down slightly. I'm going to place it into a tray. Spread it out evenly. Just allow it to cool. Once it's cooled completely, I'm going to place it in the fridge, allow it to chill until it is really firm. Right, it's nice and cold now and really firmed up. I'm going to divide that into 12 even-sized balls. Just roll them from side to side, start to compact them just so they start to come together in the palm of your hands. Right, that's the 12 of my rice balls done now. Make a small indent just in the centre, just with your finger. And place in a piece of mozzarella. I just want to bring the edges back together again, just to seal it in. And just give it a little roll. And place it back on the tray. Give it a little squeeze, just to start to flatten it. I'm going to carry on and do the remaining 11 exactly the same. Now let's get these babies breadcrumbs. I'm going to run them through a little bit of seasoned flour. Through the egg, and then finally I'm going to just coat them evenly with some breadcrumb. Top tip here is to keep one hand in the wet, one in the dry. It makes them a lot easier to handle. I'm going to repeat that for the remaining 11. Now it's time to preheat your oven. In a frying pan over a medium heat, add the remaining 2 tablespoons of oil. Make sure your pan's big enough. Then add 4 cakes at a time and fry them off in a batch. Just turn them once during cooking. Once they're golden brown, just give them a turn. I've cooked them in batches of 4. Once my first 4 are cooked, place them on a tray and keep them warm in the oven until I've done that for all 12 cakes. Sprinkle with a little sea salt and just allow them to cool for a few moments before really tucking in.